And today we're actually to Dad discovers daughter-in-law is his son's, you know what, 2 body cams for y'all today, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pull up to the Twitch today. I will be streaming today. I wish I would have said that at the beginning of my other videos. I didn't. Pull up. I will be streaming today. Dang, by the time this video out, I'll probably be in the stream, like in the middle of it. Well, you'll see it for the next one. Make sure you pull up and follow the Twitch too. Let up.
Ma'am, we're gonna have to get him on this cot, okay?
All right, ma'am. We need to secure these people here.
This is 41-year-old Tyrone Hassel Jr. Just minutes earlier, his son was found mysteriously shot dead in the driveway of his home.
Yikes.
You know who he is?
My son, it's Tyrone Hassel III.
Tyrone Hassel III.
Tragically, this happened while his son, Sergeant Tyrone Hassel III, was home for the holidays at his father's house, spending New Year's Eve with his wife and their child. His wife, Kamaya, was the one who first found Tyrone outside the house.
Hey, back up! Whoa. No.
She immediately called police and was clearly panicked and extremely distressed.
I need help. My husband was shot.
At first, officers thought the tragedy was the result of a robbery or a case of mistaken identity.
This may be a robbery.
But they would be horribly wrong. What Tyrone Hassel Jr. didn't know yet was that his daughter-in-law, Kamaya, was hiding a dark secret that would ruin the family's life. As the investigation continued, detectives would uncover a toxic relationship and a twisted conspiracy.
Oh, God.
With Kamaya at the very center of it all.
Oh, God. Jesus. This is one of them, y'all. Put your daggone seatbelt on. Put your daggone earphones in. You know what I'm saying? It's finna get busy.
Oh, he just brought us something to eat.
Okay.
So we sit on the couch eating, and then I just heard gunshots.
If I tell you that this guy, who I think did it to my son, ain't a black person, would y'all treat him the same way?
Absolutely.
Shit! Let's get busy, y'all.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
I'm finna solve this crime.
911.
I need help. My husband.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I need help. I need help. My husband was shot. I need help.
Okay, where you at, ma'am?
I'm at Colfax Avenue.
Colfax?
Yes, please.
Is this a house and apartment?
What is the house?
Okay, and tell me exactly what happened.
I saw my husband bought us some food, and he left out, and me and my son were eating, and I just heard gunshots. And I put myself in the room, and I came outside, and my husband was on the ground.
Okay, stay on the line with me here. Okay? Okay, ma'am. Where's your husband's outside? Okay, stay on the line with me. Ma'am, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath from me, okay? How many shots did you hear, ma'am? Ma'am? Hello?
They're pulling up. They already was there. They pulled up fast.
Show me on scene.
Hey, Sarge, can you get some tape and secure this for me? Yep.
At the scene, officers immediately found the victim slumped against a full-size pickup truck. He had serious injuries, multiple gunshot wounds, and heavy bleeding, but he was still breathing at the time.
Let me know when we gotta get him on there, guys. Yep. Man, we're gonna have to get him on this cot, okay? I know. Well, let me get in there, ma'am, okay? Let us get in there, honey.
A lot better bedside manner from this group here.
Okay? Let us get in there.
That way.
Ready?
Follow him with the sheet. So we need to get the sheet on there.
Get these people back.
Pull that sheet.
Word spreads quickly in a small community, so family members and neighbors were all on the scene within minutes.
I'm gonna be honest, it does not look good.
Oh, no.
I know this is messed up, but we gotta get you guys out of here so we can secure this scene, okay? We gotta collect some evidence and find out what the hell's going on here, okay?
Come on here with us.
Come on out here with us. I know, man. We gotta
Damn,
get you
man,
out here.
it's sad, bro. Having to see your son, your grandson, whatever it is, and I know real pain gonna be felt whenever you find out that this nigga's wife got something to do with
Here a second, okay? We'll talk to you in a minute. Do you live here, bud?
I live here.
Okay.
My grandson is probably in there by himself.
Okay, we'll go. I'll go take care of that for you if he is.
He's
we'll get
one.
You in. Okay, we'll get you in there, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Kamaya and Tyrone's young son, just over a year old, was still in the residence. Officers conducted a search to make sure the child hadn't been harmed in any way.
Yeah, let's go. Where'd the lady go here? Let's go clear this house real quick. There might be a baby.
The baby's right here.
They're shell casings, guys. Just be careful. Okay, buddy. Okay, come here, buddy. I won't hurt you. Okay, I'm gonna take you to daddy. Come on. I got you, bud. Come on. Okay.
Warned in the trauma.
After locating the child, in the emotional and intense scene, paramedics were simultaneously working on the victim. His wife was trying to get into the ambulance to go with her husband.
Hey, back up! Whoa, 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 no. What happened?
You grab the tape for the ambulance, get out the job.
With Kamaya clearly distressed and more people gathering at the scene, officers had to balance two things at
Oscar-worthy performance from her, though. Oscar-worthy. Maybe it's one of the things where, from right now, if I'm thinking about it, it's probably real pain, like, to real pain, because he gone. You know, so it was not much acting really was needed. Maybe some regret for however she got this planned out, you know. But she's selling it though.
once. While paramedics were working to save Tyrone,
She is
police
not a
also needed to
suspect
secure the
at the
area,
moment.
collect evidence, and make sure no one accidentally tampered with anything. As one officer tried to calm Kamaya down, he also began asking her some questions, since she was the one who had first found Tyrone and called the police.
Do you have any idea what happened here?
No, he just brought us something to eat.
Okay.
So we sit on the couch eating, and then I just heard gunshots. And I ran to put my son in the room, and I came outside, and he was laying on the cart.
Okay, how many gunshots did you hear?
I don't know. I just heard a lot.
Okay. All right, so as far as you know, he went to get some food.
That's kind of different. You ran in, left your son in the crib. I feel like a normal mother, she hear gunshots. She running in, and they unexpected, she running in the room, hiding with that kid and waiting, calling the police. You feel me? Rather than push you down, me run out here, and now you're leaving your son in the crib like that.
Oh, the food was here. He brought us the food
From where?
from our cousin's house.
Okay.
They have food at the house.
When it was out, the food was outside? Like he stepped outside to get the food?
No, the food was in the house. He was leaving.
Okay.
Me and my son were sitting on the couch eating.
Tyrone returned to the house just after 11 p.m. After going inside and bringing food to his family, he stepped back outside. That's when his wife heard gunshots coming from the side of the house near the driveway. She ran outside and found her husband lying next to his pickup truck in the driveway, badly injured and suffering from multiple gunshot wounds.
Who's this guy that's shot in the head?
My husband.
That's in the head?
Yes.
Okay. What's his name?
Tyrone Hassel. Yes, sir.
The story of how Tyrone met his wife
5
goes
years
back about
before.
5 years before this tragedy. Tyrone was starting his second year of college when he decided to join the Army. In 2015, he met Kamaya while they were both serving in the military and stationed at Fort Carson. Their relationship moved fast and quickly became serious. Things became even more serious when Kamaya found out she was pregnant. At the time of Sergeant Hassel's murder, Kamaya, who was 22 years old, and Sergeant Hassel were on block leave from Fort Stewart. Kamaya was working as a truck driver, and Sergeant Hassel was serving as a wheel mechanic. At that point, police didn't allow Tyrone Hassel Jr. or Kamaya to leave the scene. They were dealing with a lot of unanswered questions and a killer still on the loose who needed to be found as quickly as possible.
Was he beefing with somebody here? I mean, do you have any idea how this happened?
I'm not sure.
I mean, this is serious, okay? I don't know what his condition is, but it does not look good, okay? So, if you know something,
I don't think he was beefing with anybody.
now's the time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was beefing with anybody. He was just at his friend's house. He was at the family's house, and then he came here.
He told me a long time ago, Daddy, if I go to jail, somebody frame me. My son walked a straight line his entire life.
After speaking with people close to him, police learned that Tyrone didn't have any known enemies, nothing that would explain something like this. They then began carefully processing the scene. There was blood on the truck and blood across the driveway. Multiple shell casings were also found, scattered around where Tyrone had fallen.
There's one, two, three.
And then number 4 is right there.
The first thing police suspected was that this may have been a robbery gone wrong.
Hey, before we dive back into the video, I know y'all normally skip these ads, cause I ain't gonna lie, I do too. But don't skip me just yet, because the guys over at Free Cash are supporting this video. Free Cash is the program where you can literally earn money by trying out free apps and games. It is 100% free to sign up. All you need is an email and a password. You'll see a list of games with tasks like reach level 5 or complete a few missions. And once you do that, they credit your account. Credits from the real cash where you cash out through PayPal or gift card. You do not have to worry about them selling your data. They track your progress so that way they know when to pay you. And the reason this works is very simple. Games and apps want more people on their platform. They pay Free Cash to get people onto their app, and Free Cash shares the money with you. It's very simple. I've had a lot of supporters come to me saying they're making an extra $5 to $10 a day. Not life-changing, but it adds up. Very rarely I've seen very big payouts. I've had somebody come to me said they made $500 before. No data to lose, no money to lose. It's free, fast, and it's paying people every single day. Hit the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen. Try a couple games and DM me when you cash out. Lay y'all, let it.
But Sergeant Hassel still had his money, his phone, and his car keys on him, so that possibility was quickly ruled out.
You see that bullet hole in the garage?
Nah,
Simply
somebody
due to the fact that all these casings are here, and there's a hole right there, which is obviously...
That looks like somebody that was probably helping drag him out.
Right. So Ron, what I'm thinking is, I mean, there's brick matter there, so he was shot point blank range.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody had to be laying in wait for his ass.
Yeah.
Because he was shot right here.
Casings. And he might have been coming out getting the truck. And
No, he was coming out to leave again.
somebody.
And his keys are right there.
And the fact that the bullet hole's there means that the shooter was over on
Right.
the side and in the casings.
Right.
We got a bullet right there.
By looking at how the shooting happened, the shots hitting Tyrone in the head, face, neck, and shoulders,
Damn.
it was clear this was
He was
a personal
close.
attack,
Yeah,
not
that
a
was
random
close.
act of violence. Detectives also noticed that some rounds went into the garage, which showed that the shooter was positioned behind him while Tyrone was standing at the doorway of his truck. One of the first leads detectives got was that Tyrone had gone to Walmart the night of the murder to buy ammunition. The rounds he bought were 9mm, the same type used in his shooting. This raised an important question. Why was he buying ammo, and was it for self-defense? Without wasting any time, the detectives went to Walmart to collect all the security footage from that night. The Walmart footage clearly shows that he ran into 2 other people while he was there. Maybe there was some sort of feud with these customers, but it's not something the police couldn't track. Now, they're working to identify these 2 individuals to see if there's any connection between them and the shooting that happened just a few hours later. Around 3:30 p.m. the next day, police returned to Tyrone Hassel Jr.'s home. They showed him screenshots taken from the Walmart surveillance video, hoping he might recognize the 2 people Tyrone had interacted with.
Last night when he went to Walmart, he was with a few guys, and there's a little bit of confusion. That's him there, right? You can't really tell who those guys are here. This guy here, you know them too?
I don't.
No?
This one kind of looks familiar, but I can't really make it out.
Yeah. Those photos are printed on paper and they're blurry. That's how those 2 were driving.
They was in a different car.
In that car, yeah. They drove separate from him, but they checked out and hung out with him in the store. And here's
Take a
the...
picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh, fresh, man. I know how it is dealing with a murder case.
Yeah, and this is one of them. It's really a true whodunit. You know, I mean, Tyrone doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't have any beef, so we gotta know who's upset with him. And right now, we don't have
Dang.
that.
Before he left for the military, he was never going to have any beef with anybody. No arguments, nothing. Somebody hold a grudge for a long time.
That was even before he went to school, man. He went to school,
Yeah.
and the person didn't. He probably took off that way, but he didn't come from that way.
Yeah,
He came from this way. There's a bullet hole in my garage and my fence.
Yeah.
Damn.
So at some point they were definitely
And he living there. He got to keep looking at that, bro. This is unfortunate. It's sad.
shooting that way.
All the shells was in the same spot.
Yeah.
I seen it. I mean, I couldn't come past the tape, but I was looking.
And I can't say with 100% certainty, but it sounds like when Tyrone was on the ground, they shot him again.
Ooh.
I can't say 100% that's what happened, but
Keeping it G real.
typically when you're shooting and it's that type of a situation, you don't usually get two rounds in the head.
I want to be low.
Who?
Family wants to find the person responsible for a New Year's Eve shooting that left a 23-year-old active military member dead.
Through the investigation, detectives conducted interviews and eventually learned that the two men Tyrone had interacted with at Walmart were just his high school friends with no connection to the shooting.
Wow.
With no clear motive or useful leads,
Just
the police were still at the very beginning of their investigation.
Damn.
It didn't take long for the next lead to come directly from Tyrone Hassel Jr. himself. He started going through social media.
Yeah, he ain't playing. He's like, man, I'm figuring this out. Shut out, Pops. He like, nigga, I am not playing. What? Nah, it's on my mind.
Carefully reviewing posts on Facebook to see if anything could point to who might be responsible for the crime. When he came across something that seemed suspicious, he immediately went to the police department to report it.
If I tell you that this guy, who I think did it to my son, ain't a black person, that he's not a black person, would y'all treat him the same way?
Absolutely.
I think I know who did this to my son.
He believed the killer might have actually been looking for Tyrone's stepbrother, who at the time was dealing with some personal conflicts with other people. Because of that, police considered the possibility that this was a targeted hit meant for the stepbrother, a case of mistaken identity that tragically ended with Tyrone being killed instead.
Just the first screenshot.
Oh, that's what you're thinking?
Now, you know
Yep.
my stepson.
Yeah.
He's into a bunch of shit.
Oh, we know.
Police interviewed Tyrone's stepbrother and took his statement, then followed up by speaking with other witnesses connected to him. They pushed this lead as far as they could, and it took about a week to interview everyone involved. But once again, it went nowhere. As the investigation continued, the evidence police gathered made one thing clear: the stepbrother was not involved. There was no indication that he, or anyone he had issues with, played any role in the shooting.
Wow.
On top of that, his appearance was very different. He had long dreadlocks down to his shoulders, making a case of mistaken identity with Tyrone highly unlikely.
Right.
In cases like this, when police don't have an initial suspect, they're forced to follow every possible lead. After that, police began receiving a large number of tips from the community. In several of those tips, callers said Tyrone had been seen in the roller rink area, where he was involved in a verbal confrontation with another person. Detectives then located Tyrone's friend, Dylan. They brought him to the police station to talk in more detail about what had happened and see if it could be connected to the shooting.
What did you see there?
We got there, when we see him, I'm speaking, he just give us an odd look, and then like, Tyrone cut out early.
So this drama dude was on Apple Street too?
Yeah.
Wherever that was?
Yeah, he just like give off this vibe.
He mentioned that there had been a verbal altercation with a guy known by the street name Drama. Investigators decided to follow up on that lead to see if it had any connection to Tyrone's murder. They also brought in two other friends for interviews, hoping to get a clearer picture of what really happened.
So the reason I'm here, you were at the roller rink Sunday night with Ty. So did you see anything happen out there that looked funny or anything like that? Because one of the guys that was with you saw him and Drama have like some kind of like a gaze, maybe a glare type thing that happened.
No, I didn't. I didn't see anything.
No.
Majority of the time he was there, he was just skating.
Did you see where Drama was at all? Did you know who I'm talking about?
I didn't see. I know him by the name of Drama, but I didn't. No, I didn't see him.
Okay. This is just one of the many leads. We've got a couple different names getting thrown out there, and Drama was one of them.
hope this thing comes to a head and they find out what's going on, because it's weird because you don't have random gunshot type stuff happening on Colfax.
Oh, no.
Dead end after dead end. The process of chasing leads that go nowhere can be exhausting for investigators. But what detectives still didn't know was that one of those tips would eventually become the key to solving the case. The person responsible had been right there the whole time, standing close to the family and the police, appearing to grieve along with everyone else. A revelation that would soon shock the entire community. Through the investigation, a resident came forward and reported something unusual. On the night of the murder, they noticed a vehicle backed into a driveway at a residence. That detail ended up giving detectives one of their first major clues.
Hey, Walt, how are you?
Hungry as ever.
Hungry as ever?
Yeah.
Come on in, young man.
Hi. We had, not bad. We've had better days in St. Joe Township.
I guess.
We've had a shooting over there, and Frank said you saw a vehicle parked over here?
He parked right in Brown's driveway, backed in.
This is why you need old nosy neighbors, man. Old nosy white neighbors. Now they might be annoying in the motherfucker at times, but if something were to pop, I saw somebody backed in across the street. You see what I'm saying? But and they clocking it. It was black. You feel me? I know what's going on.
The reason I know all this, I was in my bedroom watching TV and I had the shades open. I can see everything that goes on. He got out of it. Well, first of all,
about what time was this?
9:30, 10.
It can't be that late. He's not staying up late.
Right.
Once he take his medicine, it's
anyway,
time to
the
go
first
bed.
time he was there, and then he left, come back about 15, 20 minutes later. But when he come back, I bet money on it. He was doing 50 miles an hour going up.
50?
At least.
Gone.
And he turned around up there, come back, turned his lights off, backed into the driveway, waited there for a while. He knew I was watching, I think. But anyway, he stepped out of his car, got back in. A couple of seconds later, he got out again, completely, and started walking. And I watched him, and he went and turned left.
Okay.
And I just add two and two together. He has something to do with it.
Okay. Did you hear anything?
When I was in bed, yeah.
Okay, what'd you hear?
Gunshots.
Okay. Then after that, did you see anything?
No, I was in, like I say, I was in bed. It woke me up.
Okay, so
the vehicle was described as a black four-door.
Now your ass was sleeping. Now there's the gunshots. Hold on, man. So you was dreaming? Or?
Car that had backed into the driveway of a vacant house that was listed for sale. Detectives were able to get a license plate reader hit on that vehicle, tracking it as it passed through Illinois toll booths captured on surveillance cameras. That plate came back to someone in the U.S. military, serving in the same battalion as Sergeant Tyrone Hassel III. The owner was identified as Jeremy Cuellar, a member of the same squad as Tyrone. Using the license plate data, investigators were able to place his vehicle near the scene of the crime on the day of the shooting. For the first time, the investigation was starting to show real progress, and police finally had a name. Before detectives spoke directly with Jeremy, they immediately contacted investigators at Fort Stewart working with the U.S. Army. Army investigators began going through the platoons connected to the case and interviewed several service members. One of them was Sergeant Bacon. He had personal first-hand knowledge of Jeremy Cuellar and Kamaya Hassel, information that would quickly become critical to the case.
So when y'all would hang out, what would y'all typically do?
Talk and drink and just chill out the room.
Okay. So any relationships between any of those people in that group going on?
I mean, in Korea, I knew Quay Hassel messed around, and then that was it.
All right. Tell me what you know about that.
I seen them together, mess around, and then was it like, you know, everybody had their own little battleground career. You know?
So when you say messing around, what are you getting at with that? Because obviously, you know, everybody's got different.
Oh yeah, like sexually.
Damn.
I'll help you with that. So they were in They were all in Korea, and that's where it started. He and the girl had a relationship going on, and that the guy that died had said something to him, so they had words, and then he had threatened him.
The relationship between Jeremy and Tyrone's wife turns out to be a crucial piece of the puzzle. It adds real weight to the motive and helps explain why certain things may have happened. Once Kamaya's name comes into the picture, police have no choice but to focus on her neck.
This bitch was cheating on my nigga. Jesus! In Korea. Came back in town. And it sounded like Tyrone knew about it, so he stayed with her. Came back around. And this thing came and smoked him.
A turn in the case that would shock everyone. But detectives still need the full story. Was Kamaya being stalked by Jeremy, with him becoming obsessed and ultimately deciding to eliminate what he saw as his rival? Or was she actually part of it, aware of what was going to happen and involved from the start?
What was going on? When did you guys become romantic? You guys seen each other while he was in Michigan? Ellis, did you see him while you're in Michigan? Because they're going to take your phone apart.
On her ass. Whoa, I haven't seen this style just yet.
When they take your phone apart, it's all there. So what I want to say is, before they do that, I want you to be honest with me.
I've worked the same amount of hours that he worked, and I still have to come home and do everything for the baby.
I agree, that's not fair.
And it's like the reason why the relationship and a bond was built between me and Jeremy is because you always, you don't have to worry about that. When me and you get together, I'll make sure you have your breaks. I'll do this for the baby. I'll do that. And it just made me really feel like that all of that was going to happen.
The first striking thing about
You stupid. You stupid.
Maya in the interview was how cold and calculated she was. Definitely not normal for an average person. You could even say she manipulated Jeremy into pulling the trigger. What's clear, though, is that she was a much more active participant part of the plan from the start, with Jeremy following through on her instructions.
So, when we were in Korea, I can't really pinpoint exactly when it was. Me and Ty had this big argument, and then, I came back into...
Did you see how she flipped it? It was this nigga's fault and shit.
I was talking to Jeremy. I'm like, man, I don't want to be with him no more. Like, I'm tired of this. I don't want to deal with no more. And he was like, so why y'all still together? And I was like, we have a child, and even if I talked to him about divorce, he probably wouldn't even, do it with me. And he was like, I can handle that. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He was like, I can handle it. Like, I get that guy, I get a girl, blah, blah, blah. And well, it just started to progress.
Why did you do it in Korea?
No, it was just planned in Korea. It wasn't to be done in Korea. It was just...
What the fuck? Why she just straight up, she just tired now? She was just tired? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna tell everything. They ain't gonna have to fight for this. Maybe it's beating her up.
Playing in Korea when we got back to the States. But I didn't take it serious because even though
this is where you and I stay straight.
Yeah.
Because
don't break off.
Because you knew he was out there that night.
Well, yeah.
With a gun. So you guys talking because they're gonna get you were corresponding every day.
He would be like.
So all that going on, you still cook because all that went on, and you didn't say like, well, this didn't happen. No. It wasn't until it started getting sticky.
What's today looking like? And I'd be like, well, he's out cutting hair, and he'll be like, okay, well, we'll be up there in a few hours, and then he'll come up here and scope out and see if he'll come home by himself or if he wouldn't, and then we would try to take the opportunity. I said, well, he's about to bring us something to eat, and then that's when he came.
So you called him and said, well, hold on. I just come back to bring food.
Yeah, I said that he was coming back to bring us something to eat.
No, he just brought us something to eat. We were sitting on the couch eating, and then I just heard gunshots.
Well, why would you just divorce him?
I talked to him about it, and he didn't want to.
You put your needs, your wants above somebody's life.
I did.
Often suspects won't say much to the police, but
That's an evil bitch.
when she confessed during the interrogation, almost everything she talked about was about herself. How
That's what I'm saying. Selfish, like
things affected her, why it had to be done, and how calculated it all was.
You said you feel about as responsible as Jeremy is. I mean, would you say this is a 50-50 you guys were on this?
Yeah. Okay. I know all about it, and
like I said, I probably could have stopped it, but the reason that I didn't because I felt like you would, you know, be mad at me or...
And not love you anymore?
Yeah, because I just felt like I wasn't getting that love at home like I wanted to.
So you got your baby father and husband killed because you felt like you weren't getting that love at home. You gotta watch who you have kids with and who you marry, fool, and be willing to let go if this shit just not talking about nothing.
Without a doubt, she's one of the coldest people you could ever come across in any true crime story. At the same time, the Army's Criminal Investigation Division in Georgia brought Jeremy in for an interview, coordinated with local law enforcement. Both interviews were conducted at the same time, making sure Jeremy and Kamaya had no chance to communicate with each other.
You've probably seen or heard on TV shows, you know, you have a right to remain silent, you have a right, you know, to an attorney, those types of things. And at this point in time, do you wish to have a lawyer? Okay.
Exactly the opposite of Kamaya, Jeremy didn't say a word. He invoked his right to remain silent, and at that point, the interview had to be ended. During the investigation,
he don't even know that she done went and just... he ain't even make him work for it.
Mounting evidence against Kamaya was overwhelming. Her confession made it clear this was a planned and premeditated act, and that Jeremy had come up from Illinois to carry out the homicide. Kamaya wanted her husband dead because she felt he wasn't taking care of her properly. She believed she was overburdened and had too much responsibility. Her narcissistic traits became even more apparent during one police interview when she was asked if Sergeant Hassel had life insurance. She casually mentioned she would receive $400,000 from the Army after his death. The financial motive was clearly a factor in the crime, but what really happened that night was that Tyrone was actually bringing food back for her and their 1-year-old son when the hit occurred. Kamaya was at least as involved, if not more so than...
And the dad, he like, I know that threw him for a loop. He like, what? He couldn't even believe
Jeremy. He was just happy to be the one pulling the trigger. In the end, Kamaya was arrested for first-degree premeditated murder
Make sure that's
on August 29th, 2019. About 8 months after Tyrone's killing, she was sentenced to life in prison.
Yeah, life in prison with no parole. We ain't getting that. Fuck out of here. You in there.
Without the...
Now you want to be free and worry about your me shit. Yeah, you won't be in there. Got a lot of time to worry about yourself.
Possibility of parole. She will never see freedom again.
Good.
Jeremy also pleaded guilty to second-degree murder on July 30th, 2019, and was sentenced to 65 years in prison. With his earliest eligibility for parole at age 90, it's extremely unlikely he will ever get out. He later tried to withdraw his plea, but the Michigan Supreme Court refused to hear his case in 2021.
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. You know, under the circumstances.
Man, she wanted me to do it, man. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted her. You know what I'm saying? And she knew what she was doing. She wanted the money. So I don't know what that's crazy. It's crazy. Honestly, I was blind. Like, I was blinded. You know, I thought that was love. You know what I'm saying?
I was just wondering if she talked to you about that afterwards.
I mean, yeah, she did. Matter of fact, she did. She was like, yeah, like, you know, he died in my arms. And she was saying she was sad about it. And I'm like, then why'd you have me do it then? Like, you know what I'm saying? But she was just like, you know, it's cool. Like, I could tell by the way you look, man, you want me to burn in hell, sir. And I understand that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I really hope you can forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna take forever, or you might not. But I really hope you can.
True enough, you killed my son, but I don't think. I know I'm looking at somebody that had a twisted mind at one point. You know, you seemed like a good cat, and I hate the situation had to happen. Especially, I hate it had to happen to my son. I'm never gonna. The only thing I could do is visit him in the grave.
Damn, 2 men having that convo like that. Wow. Holds custody of Sergeant Tyrone Hassel III and Kamaya's son. Wow. Fuck Kamaya. And that nigga. But wow, I can't believe he Pop. You could tell that nigga's dad was a real nigga though. You know, I don't know what his past was, how whatever. But you could tell he was a real nigga though. You know what I'm saying? He had his head up, chest out, and he talked to the nigga that his son. Wow. That's crazy. That being said, let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, sub up, coming up at your channel. Lay, I appreciate your great for y'all. We gone. Let it do it.